lot of people are hesitant to leave the military or scared to leave the military because they don't think they'll be able to transition into the workforce. So the fact that Virginia has this program is really a remarkable thing.
When I first got out, gosh, V3 would have been a huge help to me by just telling me, this is what you need to do. When you get out there, they don't know what you've done. They have they can't understand. There's no way. You need to be able to translate these things into civilian language. And not just that, you need to be able to market yourself. If I would have had an employer that knew how to read my resume properly, I would have gotten a job straight out of the military.
All right, V3 does functions like this one right here, where they speak to employees, and they have veterans that have been hired already on other salaries, payrolls, and they also have current military come out here and basically give you like a kind of before and after type of thing of how you can change your leadership and turn a military person into a civilian person in the real world, and how they can take steps and take roles to advance through a company. It's like the Marine Corps. We have a little code about honor, courage, commitment. And to myself, you honor yourself as well as your company. Courage, if you want to move up through the company, you take the training, you do the classes, you do what you have to do to move up through your company, just like you did in the military. And commitment. If I'm committed to my company, I'm willing to do whatever it is for the company. The company would give back to me. So therefore, with that works hand in hand to where everybody, you can reach a common goal with the teamwork, and everybody will, prosper from it. Dominion brings V3 into it, just like this function today. They have us, the military employees, coming out to speak to other companies that are associated with V3 to let them know, hey, look, we've got these military people. We've had them here for a year, 2 years now. Both of them have excelled through the company rapidly. They're both overhead lineman trainees now, my brother and I. And they, like I said, the honor, courage, commitment. They are able to stick by those and live by those, and not only prosper in the military, but on the civilian side as well through their company.
I learned in the Marine Corps applies to everything I do now on a day-to-day basis. It's mind-boggling, because you think about it when you get out of the Marine Corps, you're like, man, or the military, like I said, you're like, I was doing this MOS for 4 years. How am I going to find this job? You know what I mean? There's a ton of MOSs out there that are exactly what people are doing on a day-to-day basis here in the civilian world. So, when you take that in effect, the military is society in a small little group, and when you come out of that society, you can still apply it to everyday business life. It's those companies going out and reaching out to separations and taps and telling them, hey, look, we got jobs available for all these military personnel that you're about to put into the civilian life, and they're trying to figure out what their next step is. And when you get those companies in there advertising something like that, it makes them feel more secure about coming out and knowing that what they've done in the past 4 years is going to apply to that civilian world for the rest of their life, for the next 30 to 40 years with one company, because it's a great company to work for. And that's how I feel with Dominion Power. Me taking this trainee job has allowed me to see how many veterans they've actually hired. And like I said, it's a brotherhood. All of us coming together and working together, it's just like we understand how each other works. And I understand how you're going to do something, and you understand how I'm going to do something, and it all gets completed effectively. And that's only because we know the leadership, we have the skills to do it, and we know in hostile environments that both of us are capable of doing it. And that's something that these civilian companies thrive on. They want somebody that's going to be able to get in there, do the job on a daily basis, and whenever something comes up, you're able to handle that situation in a timely manner and in the end effectively for the company.
Actually, once I met them at the job fair, they made it very, very easy for me. They had packets and everything set up. They explained everything really well. They had an additional orientation for those that were interested in the positions, and really made it employee friendly. I think that all companies should really look into the program, because there are a lot of veterans that are currently leaving the military service with all the drawdowns, and because of the numbers that are exiting the military, the military doesn't have the resources to really point people in the right directions. And so once you get out, a lot of veterans find that they're on their own. And I think it's not because the military doesn't try, it's just that the sheer numbers are more than what the ACS or whatever the organization within the military has to offer exiting service members.
There are many of us, especially those that are disabled, that are given an opportunity to work in a job. The V3 program is not a pity party. The V3 program is not, oh, let's go hire vets because it's a feel good. It's not about feel good. If you're hiring veterans because it makes you feel good, then you're not doing it for the right reason. You don't get the V3 program. You don't understand why we're here. The V3 program is designed to show you that Virginia values veterans. You have to value, just like you value your top employee. That's what the V3 program wants you to do for all of these men and women that served our country so fearlessly and so heroically. If you're hiring veterans and you're noticing that they're not being maintained, if they're coming in and going out, then it's a cultural thing. And of course, all companies may not be a good fit for veterans. That's okay. But if you truly see the value of a veteran, if you truly want to be a part of this program that the governor has set out as his primary economic development initiative for veterans, then it would behoove you to take the time to look at your processes, to know what a veteran brings to the table, and to be able to best utilize those resources to ultimately give you what you want, which is a strong and dependable employee and worker.